So it's very interesting to see the creative minds behind the project, but it's been tons of fun, and I think it's uniquely to me because it's a shoe that can do a lot. It's a versatile shoe.
Ever wondered what privilege really looks like in women's basketball? Let me show you. A'ja Wilson is out there flaunting her new signature Nike shoe, acting like she's on top of the world. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, the one truly changing the game, gets completely overlooked by the same billion-dollar company. Let's be real, Caitlin Clark got totally screwed by that Nike deal. She deserves better. But here's where
got screwed. And I mean that. We know she got absolutely screwed in that Nike deal.
Wilson is starring in a whole campaign about winning and success, yet when the pressure was on in the playoffs, it all fell apart. The ratings were disappointing, and her team's exit was nothing short of embarrassing. Definitely not the performance you'd expect from someone who's supposed to be the face of women's basketball. Caitlin Clark is out here making history, breaking records, and using her growing influence to elevate the entire WNBA. Meanwhile, one player seems more focused on celebrating her own achievements, while the other is dedicated to something bigger and more meaningful. Caitlin's approach? Hard work mixed with fun, surrounded by a team that's helping her bring her unique ideas to life, like designing a shoe based on her weird words. It's clear, Caitlin's got the privilege of true influence. In this video, we're diving into the contrasting Nike appearances of A'ja Wilson and Caitlin Clark, exploring their different messages, and why, even with Nike's missteps, Caitlin remains a class act, an inspiring role model, and a powerful brand ambassador. When you're a signature athlete, your initial deal might not matter.
If you are a signed athlete, if you're a signature athlete, it doesn't really matter how much money you make off your initial deal
from shoe sales. But A'ja Wilson's Nike deal is turning into a marketing disaster, a complete train wreck that Nike will feel for years. Remember when Nike made a huge deal about A'ja's signature shoe? Well, that hype came at a cost, and now it's backfiring. While A'ja's been riding on that wave, Caitlin Clark signed an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal, and Nike has been strangely ignoring her. Why? Because Nike is in full panic mode after realizing they missed out on the biggest phenomenon in women's basketball. While A'ja Wilson is polishing her
absolute gold when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal. So why in the world are they ignoring
still the biggest name, Caitlin Clark is leading the way, and it's Caitlin's world now. Nike is reportedly delaying Caitlin's shoe launch until 2026, all to avoid hurting A'ja's ego. This isn't just a mistake, it's a massive PR blunder. Caitlin Clark is rewriting the record books, packing arenas, and raising the profile of women's basketball, all while holding an incredible $28 million deal with Nike. But what does she get in return? Silence. No promo, no shoe, nothing. Fans are furious, and Nike's solution? Make Caitlin wait even longer. Caitlin's attitude is everything you'd expect from a
age. It is just the company fumbling the bag in a generational fashion.
She's focused on making a shoe that's comfortable for everyone, something that adapts to everyone's needs. It's uniquely me because it can adjust to anything, she said. Meanwhile, Nike is stuck in a PR mess, desperately trying to manage A'ja Wilson's inflated ego while Caitlin Clark's popularity keeps soaring. The chaos unfolding is like a circus without a ringmaster.
CEO Elliot Hill indicates Caitlin shoe will be coming for the 2026 season.
She's taking it in stride. Remember when A'ja Wilson accused other players of having privilege? It's a bit ironic, considering how her own situation is playing out. Caitlin, on the other hand, is handling things with grace and staying focused on what really matters, her game and the future of the sport. While A'ja may be getting caught up in her own drama, Caitlin is quietly reshaping the game, and it's clear who's got the real privilege in this situation. Here's the best part, Caitlin Clark's response. It's the kind of
a big man shoe, a big woman shoe. It's a shoe that it's going to be comfortable for everyone, and I hope everyone feels that. So I think it's uniquely to me because it is something it can adapt and adjust to anything, and I feel like that's
the real difference between Caitlin and A'ja isn't just about who's scoring more points, it's about their mindset. And trust me, the contrast is obvious. Caitlin isn't focused on making herself the center of attention, she's focused on growing the game. She knows that the more people get out to watch the WNBA or college games, the better it will be for the future of basketball. A'ja Wilson, on the other hand, acts like the court belongs to her, like everyone should be lucky to be in her presence. Newsflash, A'ja, no one owes you anything.
About me, just and she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point, and also like she's good at basketball, but like she understands her privilege. It's like what pushes her over the top, and it reminds me a lot of you. And I mean that's a combo.
Star attitude is wearing thin and fast. Now, let's talk about Caitlin Clark. She's breaking records, rewriting history, and yet you'd never guess it from her humble, grounded demeanor. She constantly gives credit to her teammates, and it's almost like she doesn't realize she's the biggest name in women's basketball right now. What's even more impressive? Caitlin isn't complaining about Nike or throwing shade. Instead,
can get out and watch the W or watch the college game or whatever it is, the better it's going to be for the future.
At a recent Nike event, she talked about the growing fan base and how people are excited to wear WNBA jerseys, buy merchandise, and support the league. This is real leadership, focused on vision, humility, and lifting others, not just yourself. When things don't go Asia's way, she's quick to point fingers. After a tough loss to the New York Liberty, she complained about not getting the calls she thought she deserved, saying it was frustrating when the refs don't see her effort. But Caitlin Clark? She owns her mistakes. After a bad game, she's the first to admit, "I need to step up for my team. We win together, we lose together, and I take responsibility seriously." That's real leadership. Caitlin gets it. The best point guards are more worried about setting up their teammates than scoring for themselves. She said, "I love setting my teammates up because it brings energy to the team and gets everyone going."
Stadiums, from the viewership numbers to people really wanting to wear a WNBA player's jersey or buy their merch or whatever it is, or have their shoe. Just how it's evolved in such a short period of time, I think shows everyone, there is real opportunity here, and there has been opportunity.
The whole team on her back, while Caitlin is always lifting up her squad. She says, "I wouldn't be where I am without my teammates. They challenge me every day to be better, and I'm grateful for all of them." See the difference? Bottom line, A'ja Wilson's entitled attitude is turning fans away, while Caitlin Clark's humility and accountability are drawing people to women's basketball like never before. One fan summed it up perfectly: Caitlin is the kind of player you can't help but root for.
Hand in hand. That's it. And if I get fined for this, I'm terribly sorry, but it's ridiculous. We've been going through this all season, so everybody got their guy.
But she never forgets where she came from or who helped her along the way. Caitlin Clark is not just a star, she's the kind of role model we need in sports today. This isn't just about winning fans, it's about shaping careers. Sure, A'ja Wilson has the trophies right now, but Caitlin Clark has won the hearts of fans, and in the long run,
It's said that the best point guards are more worried about their teammates than they are about themselves. What do you like more, setting your teammates up or scoring the ball yourself?
Honestly, I think setting my teammates up, I think that just provides so much more energy to the team. It gets everybody going, and when everybody can touch the ball and get going in that way, I think it just everybody just flows a little bit better. The offense.
Watch basketball. I was there to watch her, to see someone who is truly changing the game. Caitlin's authenticity is what draws people to her. Her social media is buzzing with millions of followers who hang on to every post. It's a huge contrast to A'ja's me-first attitude, and people are noticing. Caitlin isn't just redefining what it means to be a great player, she's setting a new standard for what it means to be a role model in women's sports. She's all
going to go out there, and I'm going to try to be the best. I get y'all saying best player in the world. That's great. It looks great. But I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate, because that's how I get the best out of my team.
To her upbringing. Her parents taught her that there's more to life than just sports, and that shows in everything she does. Now, let's talk about the future. While A'ja Wilson is clinging to her MVP trophies, Caitlin Clark is out there building something much bigger, an empire. This isn't just a rivalry between two players, it's about the future of the entire WNBA. A'ja is stuck in the past, thinking her accolades will keep her on top forever, but the game is evolving fast, and she's being left behind. Brands are eager to partner with Caitlin. Fans can't get enough of her. Even the men's league is taking notice of the impact she's making. Caitlin Clark isn't just an athlete, she's a movement. And the WNBA, along with the athletes coming into the league, is proving that great players and strong role models will always get the endorsement deals. The problem for A'ja Wilson? She's missing the bigger picture. Caitlin is leading the way, and it's clear who's shaping the future of women's basketball. A'ja Wilson is so focused on holding on to her Queen Bee status that she's missing the bigger picture. She doesn't realize that her success is tied to the success of the league as a whole. On the other hand, Caitlin Clark understands this completely. Every time she speaks, whether in an interview or public appearance, she's talking about her teammates, the fans, and the entire league. That's true leadership. Why does it matter? Caitlin's forward-thinking mindset is drawing in new fans and creating opportunities faster than we've ever seen. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson is still chasing personal accolades that are becoming less relevant every day. The future of women's basketball isn't about collecting individual trophies, it's about building something bigger, and Caitlin is leading the way. Now, when it comes to ranking Caitlin Clark among all-time greats in college basketball,
We can continue to expand that and continue to have games on national television and get people in seats, because when they show up in a stadium, like, they're always coming back. That's usually how it works. They fall in love with a team or a player, or maybe they go for one player and then they, like another.
To win mine. But here's the thing, this shift in the sport isn't just a minor change, it's a game changer that's going to reshape women's basketball for years. The old guard needs to wake up or risk becoming irrelevant. So, what's it going to be, WNBA? Will you keep following outdated methods and risk fading into the background, or will you embrace Caitlin Clark and aim for greatness? Right now, she's the only player with the vision and drive to take this league to new heights. Spoiler, it's not A'ja Wilson. Caitlin Clark isn't just a female superstar, she's a superstar, period. The WNBA has been looking for someone who can move the needle.
For me, I'm just myself. That's what I try to be. I try to just be a great role model for them, and I think it speaks to how I was raised as a kid. I've loved every second of playing sports, but also my parents always preach there's so much
changing the game and taking women's basketball to places it's never been before. This shift is happening, whether people like it or not. So, WNBA and Nike, will you continue to cater to A'ja Wilson and risk falling into obscurity, or will you embrace Caitlin Clark and make history? There's only one player with the talent, leadership, and vision to take this league to the next level, Caitlin Clark. What do you think? Let us know in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you next time.
Athletes that are coming into the WNBA are showing that these endorsement deals will follow great players and great ambassadors.